Alright, what is up YouTube? Today I'm riding the 2023 Kawasaki Versys 1000 SELT. This is one of Kawasaki's sport touring bikes. So far it does feel pretty sporty. The throttle response is almost instant. I feel like I'm on a police bike, honestly. I feel like a motorcycle cop right now. That's pretty cool. At low speeds here in first gear, throttle response is a little bit jerky, a little bit on and off. It's hard to be smooth in the lower gears here. This is a 1000cc motorcycle. Let's go. Oh yeah, up to speed in no time. Wow. The throttle is so aggressive on this thing. I gotta shift up here. But yeah, as you can see, I saw cars coming, so took the corner and gave it some gas, and it actually picked up very quickly. Yeah. So like I said, this is 1000cc 4-cylinder motorcycle, so it has quite a bit of power. It definitely revs up very quick. You can see I'm barely twisting my hand here, and it's revving up very quickly. Very easy to take off from a stop though. It's got plenty of power. Now I think this is more of the touring model because of the windscreen here. The rear passenger seat is quite large, so you can definitely fit someone on the rear seat and they'd be pretty comfortable. The seating position is pretty much upright, and I can still relax my arms, so it's not super sporty in terms of the seating position. There's probably going to be a little bit of buffeting because of the windscreen here. Yeah, I'm barely putting any input into the throttle here, and it's just going. It seems like it's geared pretty long too, because I'm in second gear and I'm barely doing any RPMs here. Oh. Yeah, that throttle response is insane. Holy cow. This bike does have ABS, so that is nice because I feel like the suspension is a lot softer than the sport bikes I've been riding. There's going to be some more brake dive in the front. I like having ABS on the softer suspension bikes personally. It just revs up so fast. Holy cow. Yeah, we're in sport mode right now. You can see on the screen this beautiful digital display. You can see the brake input. That's pretty cool. There's a lean angle on there. And yeah, just a really nice looking digital display. Taking off from a stop is just so butter smooth. So the gearbox is a little bit clunky, and by clunky what I mean is it's a solid thump into gear. There's no vagueness like on the ZX6R I just rode. It was a little bit vague in the shifting. The clutch is very smooth and easy to pull. And see, look, I'm in second gear. We're barely revving out here. I'm barely touching the throttle. Like, this is crazy. Let's go up in gear a little bit so I can relax on the throttle. Oh man, downshifts are so easy. I don't even need a rev match because it's so smooth on the downshift. And it does have a quick shifter up. Anyway, we're in busy traffic here. This bike is pretty sporty for being a sport touring bike. I think it'd be really fun and comfortable to rip on the longer road trips there. I do like how high I'm sitting. I kind of feel like I'm imposing on the road rather than being imposed on. I feel a little bit more confident sitting higher up. People can see me a little better. It feels very smooth. There's barely any vibrations in the handlebars, which is nice on longer rides. Brakes feel good, not too grabby, and just right. You can definitely roll into the brakes pretty easily there. When you come to a stop, the seat height is a little bit taller than I'm used to. I don't think I can flat foot this comfortably, so it is a little bit of a taller bike there. I'm 5'11", and I don't think I can really flat foot this bike at a stoplight, so just something to take into consideration. This is going to be a little bit taller of a bike. Alright, we're going to hit this turn here. In second gear, I don't want to go to first, it's a little too jumpy. Turning, oh yeah, that feels great leaning over. I don't have any issues with that. It's pretty easy to turn over. Now, because it does sit higher, the tendency is to not want to lean it over as much as some of the other bikes, but I promise you, it feels great in the corners. Like, really confidence inspiring through the corners there. But yeah, there is quite a bit of buffeting with this windscreen. I think it's adjustable, although I don't think I can do it on the ride here. So it might be good to adjust the windscreen somewhere that's not buffeting on your helmet as much. But yeah, this is fun. I really like this bike so far. It's definitely got a stupid amount of power. I can tell that already. It'd be really comfortable going on a cruising trip, a road trip. With a passenger, you have the power to just rip around. I think it's got a quick shifter as well. I was able to shift. Yeah, see, I'm able to shift without the clutch there, so that's pretty cool. I love quick shifters, especially when you're on the power. Just super fun, satisfying shifts. But yeah, we're coming to a stop here. And I'll put out one leg here and the other leg. And so you can see I'm not quite flat-footed. It's a little bit taller than what I'm used to. It does feel quite a bit heavier than the 650 and the 400, the Ninja 650 and the Ninja 400 for sure. A little bit heavier than the Z900 as well. But I mean, it's a big bike. You sit up pretty high on it. I would feel a little bit safer on this bike than maybe one of the smaller sport bikes, just because of the seat height. As I said, you sit taller and you feel like you have a better view and command of the road here. So this would be a little bit more confidence inspiring for me to go on rides, go on the freeway. I think when people see bikes like this, they may assume it's a cop, so that's good. They usually perk up their interest a little bit more when there's a cop around, and they'll actually see you and pay attention to you. The mirrors are really good position as well. This mirror's broken, so let's not look at that. But yeah, the mirrors are in a great position and you can see around. Oh yeah, that's a good amount of power right there. Now it's not gonna blow your mind kind of power, but it is pretty strong. Alright, well, we're just cruising on the freeway here and we're going 56, we're going pretty slow. And it's very comfortable on the freeway. If I give it some power in fourth gear here. Oh yeah, it's got power for sure. It'll pick up very quickly. Very busy today on the freeway, so I can't do too much. But yeah, very comfortable on the freeway. Very low vibrations for how much CC it has. It's very comfortable. I like the seating position. It's very comfortable seating position. Feels very stable. I think the stability is one of the selling points of these bikes. They just feel so planted on the road. Now I'm going to tell you one thing I don't like about this bike already is the amount of heat that's on my legs right now is pretty substantial. My ankles are exposed because of the way my jeans sit. I'm feeling a lot of heat on my legs here. So that's a consideration. You know, obviously wear proper size pants. That's my first mistake. Keep in mind, there's gonna be a lot of heat coming out from that engine bay because of the 1000cc engine here. So far though, I like everything else on the bike. I think the heat is really the only problem, and the throttle's very, very touchy. So alright, let's get back into yeah, good amount of power there. More than enough power for really anything you need to do. I don't feel like it's going to do power wheelies or anything. Doesn't feel like that kind of bike. Maybe if you're lucky, you could definitely pop the clutch, but then again, this is more of a sport touring bike and not really meant for hooning around. It's more just fast-spirited touring. I think I mentioned this bike has different power modes, although I don't really know how to change it, and I'm on a group ride here, so can't really take the time to change it. And then I think it has traction control too. So a lot of technology. There's even a power outlet, like a 12-volt power outlet. That's pretty sweet. Bikes have definitely come a long way with their technology. I'm not one of those guys that says, you know, oh, avoid technology as much as you can. I appreciate when technology helps and doesn't hinder the experience. I think having ABS is amazing, traction control amazing, and the digital display amazing. Oh yeah, the quick shifter is pretty fun too. All you do is just press up on the gear shifter instead of pulling in the clutch and shifting that way. But yeah, so far I really like this bike. I would definitely rent this bike and take it out on a touring ride and just trying to have some fun, you know, spirited driving. Nothing super sporty, but just fun. I'd take a passenger on here as well. It's fairly easy to ride and fun to ride as well.